Big news for this series is that WAC Player of the Year candidate Sean Ray won't be here. The report was this week that he's entered the transfer portal. Big loss. Averaging team lead, averaging 15 plus points a game. Like I said, was a WAC Player of the Year candidate. Actually played on Sunday, had 19 points in 14 minutes against Dallas Christian. So not sure what the issue is, but that's some big news out of this series. Big question is, how will UTRGV fare playing their first games outside of the state of Texas this season? So should be interesting. We'll see what they do. Von Levi, Jeff Cherry, all the usual faces are here except for Sean Ray. And actually, I noticed that Connor Raines wasn't warming up either, so I'm not sure if he's injured or if he just stayed home or if there's some other issue. But Utah Valley's at full strength tonight again. We'll see if Fardal Zamac can keep up his rebounding, averaging a nation best, a little over 15 boards a game. Utah Valley is. Sorry, guys, my connection is not very good. All right, let's try this again. The connection here, the Wi-Fi at the UTCU Center is awful. Looks like it's just my network connection just keeps going in and out. So I apologize. But anyways, Utah Valley's at full strength. Fardal's looking to keep up his nation-leading 15 rebounds per game. Got to see how the UVU guards handle the pressure tonight. You know that UTRGV likes the full court get after you defensively. Blaze Neal, Trey Woodbury, James Norton going to have to be really going to have to take care of the basketball period. So we'll see what happens. New Mexico State to Tarleton State tonight. Aggies a little bit more experience, but Tarleton State, they get after you defensively, so New Mexico State's going to have to execute at a high level. I think Chris Jans is really worried about that pressure that Tarleton State puts on teams. Kevin Gilliard didn't have a turnover last weekend against Utah Valley, so he takes care of the ball. We'll see what he does this weekend when Tarleton State puts a little bit more pressure on him than Utah Valley guards did. Size advantage a little bit for the Aggies. Johnny McCants, Clay McNair, Donnie Tillman, they should really dominate the paint. But, we've seen it where Johnny McCants gets lost outside the three-point line. So we'll see what the offensive attack is like for the Aggies this weekend. And then you got Grand Canyon at Seattle later on tonight. That should be a fun series. Obviously, the Lopes have a major size advantage with Asbjorn Midgard and Alessandro Lever. I mean, the biggest guy on Seattle's roster is 6'9", Kobe Williamson, freshman from Australia. But Midgard has almost 50 pounds on Williamson. So, we'll see there. Got to love the guard matchup. Oscar Frater is going to guard Riley Grigsby, who's second in the league and scoring at 18.1 points per game. And Javon Blackshear Jr. against Darian Trammell. I mean, what more can you ask for? Trammell is probably one of the candidates for newcomer of the year, maybe even player of the year as well. A couple of weeks ago, he had 32 back-to-back 30-point games against Dixie State. Javon Blackshear is just a floor leader for Bryce Drew and GCU. So that should be a fun series. Remember the last time that Seattle played a team that had two big men in the middle? They lost in overtime on a buzzer beater by Trey Woodbury at Utah Valley. So the Redhawks can shoot it enough to hang around. It's just a matter of can they get the stops in the paint that they're going to have to get in order to win either game this weekend. Now remember, according to Richard O'Bear, who's the beat writer for GCU, if GCU wins 2 games and Utah Valley loses 2 games, GCU wins the WAC regular season. And goes in as #1 seed. First time in program history to win the WAC. Now, I don't know the math on the rest of it for right now. I know Adam Young and Braden Bell. I know if you're watching this, I'll have that for you later. I'll try to figure it all out. But tonight, this weekend, some big series, especially in the Pacific Northwest and especially right here in Orem. I'll have you more at halftime with what's going on here. And looking forward to a fun night of WAC.